I can't do it.
We really have to not. You know what? We really have to not do shots before the show. It tends to.
No, well, keep going.
Okay.
It's another Cougar Monday.
Mike and John. I wish it were every day on Mike and John. 'Cause it's more fun days on Mike and John. We should have more than one day of Mike and John Cougar Mondays.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I gotta go.
All right. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Hey, it's Mike
happens?
and John Got It Going On. Brought to you by Jordan Genso and the Genso team.
You're coming in, you're changing the theme song, moving the table.
Right.
We have another Jor bit today?
We do.
Okay.
We
just
have
making
one
sure.
final Jor bit.
Oh, the final Jor.
And I did inform Jordan that we're going to need at least one more for tomorrow because we're off the rest of the week after tomorrow. And after that, if we don't have any fresh Jor bits by next Monday, we're going to make them up.
We're going to rehash Jor bits.
No, we're going to make them up. You know what we're going to do? We're going to do like Mad Libs. We'll call them Jor Libs. We'll just fill
Jor
in.
bits, we
We'll
got
take
Jor
the
Libs.
words and we'll fill them in.
I love
So,
that.
you know,
We'll make stuff up.
it's
I think that'll be more fun.
sure.
It's Mike and John Got It Going On with Susan here on this Susan Monday, Cougar Monday. Brought to you by Jordan Genso, the official realtor. You could go realtor. And coming up today, our old friend Tim Robinson
Yes.
will be joining us with a sports update. We'll check out last night's trivia. We'll announce this week's Kid of the Week from Orchard Children's Services. Get to your 2-cent history lesson, and John with the latest Livingston County news. Brought to you by Cooper and Binkley Jewelers in downtown Brighton.
All right, here's what's going on. Comments made by a newly elected member of the Heartland Consolidated Schools Board of Education have caused concern among district parents. Appearing last week on a local podcast, not this one, board member Glenn Gogoleski indicated his wife is a secretary at Farms Intermediate School and inferred she had told him about incidents involving problem students. He called it sickening how instead of, quote, grabbing them by the scruff of the neck, administrators would resolve the incident without physical force. Gogoleski concluded he could never be a teacher because if he was, quote, I would be a news highlight reel, end quote. He then said he wanted to enter school buildings unannounced and unescorted and see how far he could get inside. Those comments caused immense concern to many district parents, among them Corey Charbonneau. She is a 6th grader at Farms Intermediate School. She told Gigo News it was very concerning and threatening, and that if Gogoleski were to follow up on his statements, it would likely violate the board's own bylaws. Another parent with concerns is Heather Zachow. She has 3 children in the district. She told Gigo News his reference to his wife having passed along information concerning student behavior was likely a violation of federal student privacy laws. Both Zachow and Charbonneau say the school board needs to take this seriously, as many of the statements being made on the podcast are potential violations of board policy. Meanwhile, an online petition is being created demanding that all current school board members have a background check. That's been created by the Livingston Integrity Group, to which both Zachow and Charbonneau are members. The group says they plan to present that petition to the board at their March 13th meeting. A groundbreaking ceremony has been set for Recycle Livingston's new office facility. Currently working out of a trailer, the organization will be constructing a new headquarters building at its drop-off site in Howell. A ceremony to celebrate that will be held Thursday, March 23rd at 11:30 a.m. The volunteer-run nonprofits financing the new facility with a grant from the Michigan Department of Environment, Great Lakes, and Energy for more than $282,000, along with $171,000 in matching funds from the Kellogg Family Foundation. And finally, nominations are being accepted for an award that recognizes those who go above and beyond to help children. La Casa Center's CAP Council and Great Start Livingston are seeking to celebrate a member of the community whose positive impact is reflected in the lives of children and families around them as a Livingston County champion for children. Community members have till Monday, March 20th to make a nomination for the award. You'll find nomination forms and details through a link at mikeandjohnpodcast.com, and that's what's going on.
You know what I heard about the Kellogg Foundation?
All right.
They're great.
Wow.
You're welcome. You were thinking it too, weren't you? No?
I'm thinking something. I'm thinking something.
You want to have 2N Glenn Gogoleski on the show? I think we should have him on. We could definitely have a conversation, couldn't we?
We could.
All right. News, of course, brought to you by Cooper and Binkley Jewelers, and you are kindly invited to their buying event, which starts tomorrow and goes through Thursday, March 2nd. Now's the time. Gather up those unwanted jewelry items. Maybe you have stuff that's been sitting around you haven't worn in a while. Unwanted or broken, still time to bring it in tomorrow through the 2nd of March, Thursday. for their buying event. You can either get cash for that or store credit. They'll give you 20% more if you use store credit.
Cash is also called moolah.
It is.
I didn't know you knew that.
Cabbage?
Yeah. You have any names for it, Susan?
No, necessary.
She says, look at us. Like, what are you
Necessary.
idiots talking about? Of course, that's what she always does.
She does think that. Jewelry, watches, and more. Bring it into Cooper and Binkley Jewelers downtown Brighton. Their buying event starting on Tuesday. That's tomorrow. Goes through March 2nd, Thursday. All right. So coming up today, we'll talk to Tim Robinson. We'll take a look at last night's trivia. Did anybody get the answer right? Did you guys look?
I
you
did
check?
look. I don't. Well,
I don't recall that I saw the correct
Yeah.
answer, but interesting. And
somebody
of course,
got
trivia brought to you by our good friends at Firehouse Doors. They are the OG sponsor here at Mike and John Got It Going On. Family owned. They strive to treat each customer like family. And of course, you can give them a call at 810-599-7480.
All right, last night's question. Studies show that since 1970, back when we were all walking around in diapers, the number of people doing this.
Well, I was 4, so I don't know about
I
you.
was because I didn't potty train till I was 3. So
This is Let It All Hang Out Monday.
I guess so.
Do
Do you have any comments for John on the way he treated your cutout, by the way, before I get to the trivia?
I had to turn the screen off.
I think you'll notice that your cutout, which is behind you. Why don't you go ahead and I won't grab it. You grab it. You'll see that it's unmolested. It is fine.
This is a new. This isn't the same one. Did you get multiple ones? Because this one, mine had like a little spot right here.
It had more spots when
I
John
see.
was
Was
done.
that your little identifier?
Yeah.
Like, no, this will my little tag. All right.
All right, studies show since 1970, the number of people doing this has dropped by 70%. Doing what?
One of the answers that I think a couple people had given was my answer.
What was that?
Smoking.
In the boys' room?
Smoking in the boys' room.
My first 45 I ever bought, by the way. Brownsville
Really?
Station, yeah. That's a great guess, although vaping is the new smoking.
The new,
Well,
yeah.
Either way.
Jeff
That
said-
wasn't it.
Jeff said buying a record,
Right.
although they've
Starting to come back. a little
I'm
bit.
starting to see more albums in stores than CDs or
Katie
else.
said wearing hip huggers.
Oh, I used to love hip huggers.
So were hip huggers technically the big bell bottoms?
Usually,
Because
yes.
it's
Right.
Yeah.
hung low on the hips.
And I think had a very interesting answer. She
What did
said,
Ann say?
listening to radio station broadcasts.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm not just because we're not there.
What?
But
Yeah.
you think about it, and more people are getting their entertainment elsewhere. They have their
It kind of brings to
Spotify
mind
accounts
a statement like, who needs radio?
Yeah. I heard that somewhere.
I think I saw that somewhere in big letters.
Right, right. And you may see it again.
I may.
Yes.
Cassandra said drinking and driving, which, all right,
Yeah.
you could be honest about that.
Well, you think back to the 70s. I
There were
mean,
less people on the road.
I think a lot of
number
times
one.
if a cop pulled you over, be like, "Hey, buddy, you drinking? Yeah. All right, you better just get straight home."
Let's get you,
Okay.
or I'll follow you home.
Yeah, I'll follow you home, buddy.
They're
know.
not doing that anymore.
And largely, I think it's probably because of organizations like Moms Against Drunk Driving,
Yeah.
who sort of said, "Yeah, you kind of can't do that."
Great Scott said going to church. Our answer, I think Pam got it, Pamela, was taking a bath. And it doesn't mean we're bathing less. It's just we're not sitting in the
I think
bathtub.
we take showers.
Oh, see, when I read the answer, immediately I was like, really? Why? Why are we not doing? But then you said
Yeah.
it's just
I
not
think it's
sitting.
just,
in
yeah.
the
I think it's just more people take showers now. As
Yeah. Which I get that.
regular,
I'm not a
yeah.
bath person.
So,
I mean, you're kind of like soaking in your
Your own dirt.
self.
You know,
Well, but,
yeah. But if
you
you gotta
may be
rest-
sitting there with
yeah,
a
some Mr. Bubble,
bubble bath,
a couple rubber duckies,
glass of wine, a book.
cardboard cutout, whatever.
Now,
You know, it's
hot tub I could see because you got like chemicals killing that.
Chemicals to kill your dirt.
Yeah.
So, all right. So the correct answer
Was
taking a bath.
Taking a bath.
Now, was this Pamela the same Pamela that?
It's the same Pam.
All right, we may have to disqualify Pamela permanently.
Well, she didn't win anything.
Yeah, I
except
know,
bragging
but,
rights,
yeah,
so
okay.
Clearly, she's got.
Stop bragging.
She's
She's
hacking.
so good.
She's hacking my answers.
Yeah,
I think
I don't know.
somewhere.
Something's happening.
But, congratulations to to Pamela for getting the correct answer. And of
Right.
course, as John said, trivia brought to you by OG sponsor Firehouse Doors. 70% of us are bathing, taking a bath.
Right.
We're not bathing.
Yes,
although
right.
we know a guy that doesn't bathe at all.
We were just talking about
Just
him.
talking about that.
Anyway. All right. So, Susan, you have a review.
Yes.
I do.
Is this going to be another cheap hawk of your product?
Yeah. Is this? Are we going to be multi-level marketed
I mean-
here?
Free shipping. No, I'm just kidding.
Everybody loves free shipping.
Oh yeah. Who
Spend
doesn't?
more to get that free shipping.
That's right.
All right. Now you had me load up a media clip
Yeah.
for
So
this review. You let me know when you want that played.
okay. All right. So this weekend I had the house to myself and the dogs, but so I found myself binging on a show that I used to love when it was on, Ally McBeal.
Sure.
Oh yeah, Ally McBeal.
Absolutely loved it. And back when it was on, of course, I was younger and but
We
I
were
could
all
relate.
a little younger during those.
Well, it's amazing.
It's funny how that happens, but
Did you watch it from the bathtub?
I did
You
not.
could have had your computer.
I was
out
not
watching it.
sitting in my
No.
filth watching it.
So Ally McBeal.
Ally McBeal, yeah, and I loved it when it was on, but just found it on Amazon Prime, which is $9.99 a month, no commitment.
Okay.
You can cancel it any time. But
She's got a side deal with Bezos.
Okay.
anyway,
Yeah.
I just loved it. This type of show, I'm having a hard time finding this type of show nowadays, where it just has a little bit of everything. It has humor. It's drama.
It was kind of quirky too,
romantic.
if I remember right, wasn't it?
Well, yeah. Every character has its own quirky personality, and they all come together to make this just
Right, and they
beautiful
often
show.
I mean, I didn't
kind of
watch
like
it.
Seinfeld.
Right, I didn't watch it
They-
religiously, but the few times I did see it, like they often broke the fourth wall. Like there wasn't,
Absolutely.
yeah. I mean, there was not. It wasn't just like a script, and here we're reading lines.
The things that they come up with, and anyway, so my favorite episode is about Ally McBeal struggles with her fears of being single the rest of her life and never having the husband and kids that she wants to settle down to. So anyway, you live her fear, and the way she was handling it this one episode was she was hallucinating, and she was seeing this dancing baby.
Right.
Oh gosh, I forgot about the dancing baby.
That's right.
And at the beginning,
was
it
so
just
popular
started
at the
where
time.
she would hear music and then it would go away. And then she'd hear little footsteps. And then she was starting to get mad that she couldn't get rid of this dancing baby. Well, her boss tells her, maybe you should embrace your fear head on and just go with it. So go ahead, John.
All right.
This is the best part.
All right, come on out.
You'll
I'm
notice
not
the
afraid,
Russian
just come
subtitles.
right on out. John Cage can drink tea with his dead aunt. I can certainly dance with you. Get your little cherubic ass out here.
I can't stop this feeling deep inside of me.
All right, Mr. Huggy, you want to dance? Let's go.
I can't stop.
And she just
this
starts, she's like, all right.
There's the baby.
inside of me. Boy, you just don't realize.
This is how she got Harrison Ford.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. But anyway, I just this show really kind of makes you think. We all have our fears and anxiety, and that was just a fun way to remember that we're not alone when we have these quirky little thoughts, and to just go with it and run with it and
We're
make the
glad
best
you had
of
your
it.
Ally McBeal therapy over
Yeah.
the
I
weekend.
did. It was more.
Well,
It was 6 hours.
That's what I'm saying. The binge thing, and with the streaming services now, because you can start getting into shows that you remember. Like I started watching St. Elsewhere.
Oh, wow.
That's
You
a good one.
Wow.
And I started watching it. I was like, yeah, I remember watching this when I was younger. And I started watching it, and then you're kind of like, your memory of it versus the when you watch it again, you're like, oh, that's not how I remembered it.
Well, it's a totally different perspective.
Yeah.
Absolutely, when you've had different experiences since it's been on. And that was another thing that I just truly enjoyed. Like, oh my gosh, I remember being that age, and now it's just the innuendo
Now,
and
have
the
you grown up
show,
so much
the-
since then, or
I have.
Yeah,
It's almost like we mature.
So
Yeah.
mature.
I mean, that's what we're supposed to do. Some of us
Working
more
on
than
that.
others.
What are you saying, John?
Nothing.
Anyway, if you watched it when it was on. I recommend rewatching it. It's fun, very lighthearted, and it brings a smile to your face. If you have not watched it and you're looking for something to try, it's a
Just
great
$9.99 a month.
show. No commitment.
All right.
All right. Well,
Ally
there you go.
McBeal and the Dancing Baby.
Right. If you have a streaming show that you like,
Yeah.
maybe give us a call on the Giggle line,
Yeah.
517-525-9052.
Or if you've watched Ally McBeal and you hated it,
Oh, yeah.
I'd like to hear from you.
Just going to set you straight.
Bring it.
Do you have another, like, since that, there's like, if you like this show, you might like this, like, everybody was talking about Yellowstone, but I have no desire to go back and watch whatever 6 seasons or 4 seasons, whatever.
All
It
right.
was a Yellowstone.
I started watching Yellowstone.
Oh, boy.
I
You
resisted.
always fall into this.
Everyone's like, "Oh, Yellowstone." I'm like,
See,
yeah.
You got to follow the crowd. What's wrong with you?
And it is very good. I will say it is written very well.
Is Kevin
I mean,
Costner still on it?
I mean, yes. Well, I'm only in season 2, so
Oh, okay.
I'm assuming. I don't know.
He's
But
threatened
it's
to
pretty good. I actually, it's worse than you think. I already watched the prequel, 1883, and I've watched the post-quill, 1923, that's got Harrison Ford and
Ally McBeal.
the British chick,
Jane Leaves?
Helen Mirren.
Oh.
And look how
I like
disappointed
her.
it is.
I really like her.
Just not with the Oscars. Never mind.
Just some old lady. Okay.
It's well written. I mean, but it's it's TV drama. I mean, so there's I'm like there's a lot of medical emergencies in Yellowstone. I will say that. I'm like,
Did Gage
boy,
and DeSoto show
I'm
up?
like, I know I'm about ready. I'm like, boy, there's a lot of medical stuff on this show. But anyway, that's my Yellowstone.
That's so the doc can come and make house calls with his bag.
Yeah, I don't know. There's lots of scenes with Kevin Costner up on some kitchen table and they're like pulling a bullet out of him or something, and you're like, okay,
Boy, this guy
really?
gets shot a lot.
yeah.
Is
I
he
don't-
like shirtless? When they have to take the bullets
Sorry,
out?
no. I think
Have you watched The Mayor of Kingstown yet?
No.
No, that's set like in Michigan, isn't it? I think so.
I think so, yeah. But I figured, since people were talking.
Mayor Kingston.
And I don't know if Jeremy Renner is going to be back for that after his accident with
yeah.
the snowplow.
Which fortunately,
Oh, that's right.
So, but no, I have a hard time getting caught up in watching all these things that everybody's talking
there's a lot of shows that you're right. You
'Cause it's
you
like-
got to pick and choose.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still looking at. Should I check into The Sopranos? I kind
Oh my gosh, that was a best show.
I kind of know how it ends.
All right.
Should I watch the
well-
Titanic? I know how that ends.
Yeah,
I
that's
haven't seen it yet.
What about Mad Men? What about Breaking Bad? What about Better Call Saul? Huh?
I haven't watched any of them.
I haven't watched those either.
I guess I don't have that FOMO,
Yeah.
that fear of missing out thing. Because
Yeah. Okay. That's good. Some of it's good. Some of it's
see,
like,
now when it comes to doing stuff like that, I go back and I'll listen to like I'll take the old records off the shelf and listen to them by myself.
Okay.
I do.
There's like
Are
a
you
song going
Are
on.
you in your tidy whities or?
No, like the other day I put on Queen's Play the Game, the Game album. I was like, wow, I haven't heard this in a long time. So, I do stuff like that as opposed to binge watching. I take a half hour and listen to an old CD. Speaking of old,
So how was your review of Queen?
of Queen? Oh, Play the Game?
Yeah.
Of the game?
Yeah.
I forgot about Dragon Attack and Need Your Lovin' is probably an underrated song. You know that one?
I don't.
All right.
I could learn it.
Yeah.
That's your.
Have that by next Monday.
Yeah.
All right. Of course, Jordan Genso is our show sponsor.
That's right. And he can't go back to 1979 and listen to the game or 1980 because he was just a wee lad. Was he even born then?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
No,
that's when you know you're
Yeah.
old.
We're right in the range
Yeah,
there. Where
he might
he might have been
no,
a
I don't-
zygote. I'm not really sure where he was in the developmental stage at that
Perhaps
point.
it was the production
Yeah.
time for Mr. Genso and his mom. I'm not sure. But
His kids are listening.
that's right. Your dad's a genius.
Yes.
Let's get to today's Jorbit.
Yes.
Jordan
final-
Genso.
The last
Our
one.
last Jorbit that I have. Now, he's got to come up with some more or we're going to make them up.
Jordlibs.
Jordan lives. I don't know. I like that. Okay, Jordan has always been a library fanatic.
I like that.
Yeah.
I'm very fanatic.
Yeah, he's on the Brighton District Library Board.
Does he have a backup card?
Now, as the real estate profession results in a lot of time driving around and borrowing the great courses from the Brighton Library, that's allowed him to continue his education even after graduating. So, like, the great courses are like, these audio taped lectures from, like, Harvard and Oxford. So you can fall asleep while you're driving down the road. Anyway, so in 2016, Jordan ran for and was elected to the Brighton District Library Board of Trustees. He was reelected in 2020. Serving on the library board remains to this day his favorite community involvement of all time. That's your Jorbit.
Of course, Jordan Genso with Remax Platinum, the official Gigo Realtor, community servant, and community realtor with over 15 years in the real estate industry as a part of the Jordan team. That's Genso, the Jordan Genso team.
Mm-hmm. He's the leader.
Yes. Take us to your
The
leader.
leader
We
of
go
the
right
pack.
to Jordan. Has great local knowledge and can provide you with any information you need as far as buying or selling a home. Give Jordan a call today. What's that number, John? I'll get it for you.
Here,
as
no,
you
here.
drink your
Let me do it while I drink water.
248-444-9777.
See how good I am?
That
I
was
made
good.
it sound just like you were saying it.
That was very
That's
good.
amazing.
And
isn't
nobody
it?
could tell.
Yeah.
Not at all. All
right.
So Tim Robinson told us he's got a big game tonight. He's not playing in the game.
No,
he's
I don't think
broadcasting
so. I
the
believe
game.
he'll be covering the like
Livingston.
boys basketball tournament. I think is this week. So
Oh, he's not dribbling tonight?
I don't.
Maybe he's dribbling now.
Dribbling all the time.
Good morning, Mike and John.
Good morning.
Morning, Tim. How's it going?
We're up and at 'em.
All right.
You're welcome. All right, so it's the boys basketball tournament, correct?
Girls
Or girls? Yeah, the girls.
That's what you meant,
Yeah,
John.
that's what I meant.
Yeah. The girls start.
All right.
The girls start tonight with 3 teams in action. Pink and Fowlerville play in a Division II game at Pinckney, and Heartland is home tonight against Fenton at Heartland. 3 weeks of basketball before they crown a champion.
And you're covering a game tonight?
Yeah, we're doing the Heartland Fenton game.
All right.
On the Livingston Post. Broadcast time at 6:50. Game time at 7. Be sure to set your browser.
Well, yeah. Make
Did
sure
you
you
just
set
cover
it.
your ear as you were saying that kind of old
That's my
school?
announcer voice.
A little
That's what I
Gary
was gonna say.
Owen like
Yeah.
covering the ear as you.
Oh yeah. Gary Owens, that's right. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Downtown
I'm old.
Bourbon.
I mean, Gary Owens was old when I was young, so
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and I was a little older than you then, but yeah, same thing.
well then. So
Also-
who's got the
Yeah, I mean, if I'm calling DraftKings,
right? Yeah, who's got the edge here? Not that we're gonna bet on that.
Well, you always want to go a little bit with the home team, especially when the records are somewhat similar as they are with Heartland and Fenton. Fenton played 21 games, and Heartland's played 22 during the regular season. They both have won 12 games. It should be a pretty even matchup tonight. Fowlerville has struggled this year. They're 4-18, and Pinckney is 7-15. They're the bottom 2 seeds in their particular district, which at Pinckney has a couple of teams that won 21 games this year. A Catholic school in Wixom and Chelsea, both are 21-1. At Brighton, at Heartland, the top seed is Brighton, and then Howell is the second seed. It's It's not inconceivable that they'll meet in the final on Friday.
All right, so 3 days of basketball, and it starts tonight. When's broadcast time start?
Starts at 6:50.
Now remember, you got to put your hand over your ear.
I'm sorry. Yeah,
Oh yeah, so
giving you the opportunity to do that. So Tim, before we let you go, I had a question about the new rules they're trying out in baseball. Have you caught any of that?
yeah. The bases are bigger. The pace of play is supposed to be quicker.
How much bigger are the bases?
I believe they've gone from 12 inches across to 15.
Wow.
3 inches makes all the
It
difference.
sure does.
Absolutely.
Think about it. You're trying to run out that grounder, dive into third head first.
Yep.
Yeah, you got a little bit more base to work with.
Well, yeah.
Well,
It's
but-
not how much base you have to work with.
That's
It's what
right.
you do with the base once you're there.
No, when you're going for that home run, that larger base is Nice.
Irrelevant.
Okay, we've been told. Yeah, boys, it does matter. You just tell yourself whatever you want to tell yourself.
It's irrelevant if you hit a home run because you're jogging anyway.
Take it slow. Isn't there something with there's like a time limit too for the pitchers now?
Yeah, and the hitters have to be ready too. You don't have like I don't know. Well, you probably remember Mike Hargrove, who was they called him the human rain delay back in the day.
Yeah.
Or Nomar Garciaparra, who had all those little rituals after every single at bat.
Every pitch, it's like, okay, got to adjust my elbow pad, got to adjust my helmet, retape my gloves, and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, get up there, hit, and move on.
Well, you know, when he played mostly in the American League and hit around 300. He went to the National League for half a season. The National League umpire said, "Cut that crap out, get in there and hit." And he hit like 200, and then when it was back in the American League within 3 months. That was Hargrove back in the day. But you know, so there were pace issues then, but not nearly like they had. And they got rid of the shift. You know, and as a left-handed hitter, I ran into the shift all the time because everybody, because you hit left-handed, you're Ted freaking Williams. You know, it's just ridiculous. So they got rid of most of that.
Well, I'm glad because of you they got rid of the shift, Tim.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
we're going to note that. When it comes to today's notes, the shift has been lifted from baseball because of one Tim Robinson.
Lift the shift.
Yes.
Keep saying it over and over and try not to make a mistake. Lift the shift. Lift the shift.
Use your legs. Lift the shift.
Yeah.
What did you say?
I said, use your legs. Lift the shift.
What do you wait?
Always
What?
lift with your legs.
I thought you said something else.
Well, Tim, as always, a pleasure chatting with you, buddy. Have a great call tonight. How about
Yep.
that?
All right, we'll
great
do.
call. All right.
Thanks again.
All right.
All right.
Thanks, Tim. All right,
Okay.
Tim Robinson joining us here on Mike and John Got It Going On. Susan's review of Ally McBeal, brought to you by Netflix. We want to thank them for Susan's.
No, it was
it's not-
Amazon Prime.
Oh, Amazon
Amazon
Prime.
Prime.
Not Netflix.
You're messing up our deal with Bezos,
Oh, now I got to start
Come
all
on.
over. $9.99 a month. No.
All right. So John's getting knee surgery, so we have an abbreviated week this week.
We do.
Are you ready for it?
dude. No.
No?
As a matter of fact, over the weekend, I had to watch
practice?
practice, going, ow, ow, ow. I've been practicing for quite a while. No, we had to watch the video that the doctor sent of like how to prepare,
I
what
thought
the
you-
knee surgery is.
Did they show you a sample surgery?
They
Like,
didn't.
this
I
is-
was disappointed. Now
Kinda
that's my review. I'm like, hey, there's no surgery vids or clips or
Even if
pictures.
they did it on a mannequin.
So then I had to go Google it. I'm like, well, now I got to see.
Oh,
and then I'm like,
boy.
I don't want to see
Yeah.
that.
Because I was going to say, I got a chainsaw at home.
Well,
Do it on tomorrow,
they essentially, as you can imagine, they open up your knee and then your skin looks
peel it
like
back.
it looks like a sock that somebody pulled down.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So-
I'm sorry I asked.
Yeah,
Great.
well,
Ready
there
for
you
it.
go.
Yeah.
So that I'm looking
You know what?
forward to that.
I think you should man up and not
at
take any
all.
anesthesia, and you should be away for this thing.
I'm like, give me everything you got. All right,
And double it.
I'm going to come in with a bottle of booze, be biting on a bullet.
Costner could handle it.
That's right. On the kitchen table.
Can we podcast it live? That would be
I'll see
fun,
what I can
wouldn't
do. Yeah, I'll sneak my phone in,
it? Sure.
prop it up. So yes, I'm looking
think
forward
HIPAA
to
will
that.
allow
I'm not looking forward to it at all. But I got to get it done. So. And my doctor, who I affectionately call Dr. Bonesaw, he assures me everything's going to be great.
That's what
Everything is going to be
That's
great.
what he says.
Yeah,
Concentrate
comes in with his
on-
three-piece or his pinstripe suit on.
Did he walk in with a picture of a Lamborghini?
Yeah, pretty much.
After I'm done with it, this is what I'm
Got the
getting.
golf club on his shoulder. Hey, everything's going to be great. All right, I got to go.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm almost done with this surgery. I'm getting a down payment on that new Lambo right now. All right, today is the 27th of February, our 2-cent history lesson.
Before we do that, don't forget,
that's
it is
right.
Monday,
Yes.
of course. And on Mondays, we profile a child through Orchard's Children's Services and their great work to help foster kids find a forever home. Today, we are profiling Joaquin, who's 13, a caring young man who prioritizes school and staying on top of his homework. In his free time, it's likely you'll find him watching and playing sports. His favorite team is the Lions. Well, not
He's
everyone.
still adoptable. Though.
Yeah.
They've made a turnaround.
He would love to attend a football game someday. He also enjoys playing basketball, especially with his brothers. If he's not playing those sports, you'll find him enjoying other outdoor activities like riding his bike and skateboarding. And, of course, Joaquin and is today's Orchard Children's Services Child of the Week, and we're happy to profile him as one of the many kids looking for a forever home. If you want more information, you can find out more at Orchard's Children's Services. Again, whether you want to just be providing a part-time or temporary foster care or become a forever home to someone like Joaquin, they would love to hear from you.
All right, check it out today as we look at our 2-cent history lesson. It is February 27th. Today is National Kahlua Day.
Oh, nice.
All right. Well, that explains the beginning
That's why
of
I
the show.
put it in my coffee this morning.
Right. Exactly.
It's Polar Bear Day, not Cocaine Bear Day.
No. Which
Did very well at the box office.
did it, though?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was like 1 or 2. It was like number 2.
that means there
number
wasn't
3.
much out there. I don't know.
I think Ant-Man.
Okay.
And whatever.
It beat Ant-Man?
Well, you had Ant-Man and Puss in Boots. It didn't beat Ant-Man.
Okay.
Cocaine Bear came.
But it still did pretty
It's
good.
based on a true story.
Well, but
I'm sure Hollywood took its liberties with.
yeah,
with
the
that
true
whole-
story is, here's the true story. There was a bear, it found some cocaine, it ate some, and then it died. That's the story. The movie, however, is that the bear ingests like 80 pounds of cocaine or whatever and goes on a rampage, and that did not happen.
No, and opens a disco. National Strawberry. Want to dance? Remember Dancing Bear?
Yeah.
On Captain Kangaroo.
What about Dancing Baby? We just saw
We
Dancing-
just saw
okay.
the. When are you going to binge watch Captain Kangaroo? Never.
What about Cocaine Kangaroo? Now that's a show.
National Strawberry Day today. Have it in a daiquiri if you like, or a pie.
Or both.
Have a
Dip your
daiquiri and some pie. Yeah.
in the pie. Your pie and your daiquiri.
Hey, you got daiquiri in my pie. Hey, you got some pie in my daiquiri.
1879 on this date, Constantine Fallberg
Oh, yeah, you know him.
discovered saccharin, the artificial sweetener saccharin. Constantine Fallberg.
And he said, I'm going to give mice bladder cancer.
Put this in little pink packets. Wasn't it in the pink one?
Yeah, I think it's
Or
the
was it-
pink.
That's not equal. It's sweet. Was it sweet?
You know, the saccharin.
Is that
Yeah,
Sweet
Sweet Low
I
is
don't
in
know,
the
'cause
pink
you got so
packet.
many different ones.
Then you've got-
Splenda in the yellow packet.
Right, and then in the green is, it's the
No,
stuff
it's
my
blue,
wife.
isn't it? Sweet
Or
Low?
blue.
No, the blue.
And there's green.
Equal.
Yeah.
Was it equal?
Equals blue.
Equals.
And then there's green, and I can't
I
remember.
think
what the
green is like natural sugar, isn't it?
Is that what it is? Yeah. and then well, the white is like, remember actual sugar?
Oh, that one
remember?
comes in the shaker.
And you're like, remember this? Oh, I don't use that. What are you, some kind of weirdo?
Composer Oscar Hammerstein invented the world's first cigar rolling machine.
Oh, well.
You didn't see that coming, did
Right.
you? Hammerstein.
For cigars.
Cigars.
Right.
The old Hammerstein roller.
Let me be blunt.
The Hammerstein roller.
Really?
Yeah. I'm glad you got it. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, well, I got it. I choose to ignore it
Yeah, you're like,
sometimes.
we got it. We just don't want it.
You know those Kellogg's, that Kellogg's Foundation's great, John.
They're great.
Yes. The first issue of People magazine was published on this day in 1974. Who is on the cover, you say?
Oh, I used to know this answer.
74?
1974?
Give me a hint.
I'm not really sure, but I think it was
Oh.
Burt Reynolds.
No.
No? Wasn't Burt
Maybe
Farrah
I thought it
Fawcett?
was.
No, 74, because I thought it might have been a Smokey and the
I
Bandit
remember
thing.
hearing this.
I could be wrong. People magazine, 1974, the first issue. While John's looking that up, we'll tell you that Paul McCartney and Stevie Wonder in 1981 recorded Ebony and Ivory.
Ebony and Ivory. I like that song.
All right, what's the next line?
Live together
In perfect harmony.
Side by side, my shadow.
It's King and Cougar.
Yeah. My favorite rendition of that is the Saturday Night Live
Saturday Night Live,
sketch with Eddie Murphy
Piscopo?
as and Joe Piscopo. Yeah,
Yeah,
Piscopo was Sinatra.
Yeah. Murphy was Michael, right?
That was classic.
So who was on?
no,
the
no,
cover?
Eddie Murphy played Stevie Wonder,
Stevie Wonder.
and they sang that song.
Did you find out who was on the cover of
Oh, I'm
People
sorry. It was
magazine?
Mia Farrow. Who cares?
Wow.
Yeah.
For Rosemary's Baby?
No, it was for some. Oh, it was for the Gatsby. Gatsby.
The Great Gatsby.
Whatever.
The Great Gatsby. Not to be confused with the Great Gretzky. 1991, the Gulf
like
War.
that movie.
The Gulf War came to an end as Iraqi forces retreated from Kuwait.
Yeah, they did.
There's no more war in the world after that.
Oh, yeah, that was
No,
it. That was
that was
the
it.
Last
war to end
one we
all
said we're
wars.
done.
Yeah.
It was on this day in 1997, excuse me, that Ireland said divorce is legal now in Ireland.
Oh,
You
top
can
of the
now
morning
get-
to you.
Yes, you can get divorced in Ireland.
I'm sure it's still a bit of a procedure there. Can't quite get it in the vending machine like in Vegas, but
It's kind of like knee surgery. 1998.
you can get that in the vending machine? Oh,
Yes.
I didn't know.
It's
You know,
just
how long till that you really can do that? Like, I need a new knee. All right, put your knee in here.
I think they should just make a wheel that you spin with the name of doctors. And looks like you got Hammerstein. You know, the guy that invented the cigar rolling machine. He's going to fix your knee.
He's got some great Broadway lyrics,
Yes, he does.
but yeah.
Britain's House of Lords agreed on this day in 1998 to give a monarch's firstborn daughter the same claim to the throne as any firstborn son. Put an end to 1,000 years of male preference.
Yeah,
Wow. That's it. It's over.
Males-
that was a slip.
All right. That's it. No more performance.
Does Shackley have anything for that?
And Prince Charles was like, thank God. That's a lot of pressure.
Since it leads us right into our next tidbit from today's date in history.
All right.
1998 is the House of Lords is doing that. Vince Neil of Motley Crue announced an agreement with an internet entertainment group and Vivid Video to distribute a 60-minute home video of him having sex with two adult film stars.
Right. He was, of course,
In Hawaii.
he was, of course, jealous
Of
because of Tommy
right?
Lee.
And
And he's like, well, I got to have a video.
yeah.
I don't think that one did as well as
Two
Tommy
cents.
Lee.
Yeah, it really didn't. So now there's a series on Pamela, right?
Yeah. There's a couple of them. There's one called Pam and Tommy, or Tommy and Pam, I forgot which one. That's on Hulu, which is actually very funny.
But then there's the more serious.
And then there's more
one
serious. I
that
think it's like a
has looked
documentary
into it
type
and
series or something.
How it's
yeah.
affected her kids and
Right.
everything else. I mean,
The-
can you
the-
imagine going to school?
Well, yeah, it was a bit of an issue.
saw that
but
video of
in
your
the
mom.
Pam and Tommy one, the one on Hulu, Tommy's friend talks to him
Did he get
in the
approval
camera
from the House of
and
Lords?
they animate it, and it's something.
animated.
Yes, they do. So, I have that clip right here. Hold on.
So let me get this straight. In between episodes of Yellowstone, you're watching-
I need help.
and the prequel and the postquel, whatever. That's
right.
Okay, that's your 2-cent history lesson
All
for
right.
today.
That's
Thank
enough.
goodness. I think so.
All right.
we learned a little something.
Well, you know what we have definitely need to learn is, of course, our good friends at Murphy's Family Auto. Smooth. So smooth. They're the place to go for all your auto repairs and vehicle maintenance needs since 2011. They've been specializing in car and truck care, including engine and transmission work, electrical services, heating and cooling, brakes, the whole shebang. Call them today, 517-552-3040. They're open Saturdays 8 to 1. Say Mike and John sent you. You'll save 5% off your bill. It's Murphy's Family Auto. Your car knows. Murphy'sFamilyAuto.com. All right. I think we're ready to take it on out. Do you want to take us out, Susan? Or
Sure.
okay, hold on here. Let
Okay,
me-
it's another Cougar Monday.
Okay, here we go. Take us out. Please take us out.
Mike and John got it going on. You've been giggling with Mike and John. Tune in next time and giggle on.
All right. All right, we're done. Show's over. It's totally still not recording.
That's good.
Yeah, don't worry. It's not still on. You can say whatever you want to
I can
say.
say whatever I want to
Yeah,
say.
yeah, don't worry. They're not listening.
Okay, so talking about performance.
Those rubes.
I don't know.
Anyway.
It was some conscious thing.
Okay. All right. I guess I'll stop it now.
Thanks.